We'll begin in a seated position. Connecting to our Ujjayi breath. The weight of the head. The balance over the spine, the sit bones. And feel breath occur through the ribs, all directions. So feel the movement of the ribs toward the horizon, but also the back of the ribs moving to the horizon behind you. We don't have to stifle the front of the body, but we also don't have to exclusively emphasize it. We'll work with some rounds of Kapalabhati. So with the feet active, we can leave our cross-legged position as it is. Exiting Ujjayi breath. And now focusing on the exhalations, Kapalabhati, we'll do about 50 pumps. And then taking 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. All right, switch the cross of your legs and we'll do that again. So making sure we exit Ujjayi. 50 pumps Kapalabhati. Very, very tall, spacious through the core. When you're ready, begin. Followed by 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Let's place the soles of feet together, Baddha Konasana. And just work the hand very generally. So with the right hand, palm facing away from navel, get a kind of a reach over your 4 digits that aren't your thumb. Expand the hand bones, like spread them. Now inhale, drawing the 4 fingers lightly back. Exhale, the shoulder down, straightening the elbow, not locking it, just not letting it be, pinched up. Extend or straighten the elbow. Allow the shoulder to move down, the arm to move down. Relax the neck and the shoulder. Release, right hand goes to thigh. Inhaling, pressing the soles of the feet together, feet active. Now exhale, soft pressure, palm into thigh, moving the thigh bone outward. So along the plane of the ground toward the horizon. When we release, shift the left hand so it's beside your hip for side bend. Now inhale, draw the right arm up, keeping the feet active. Exhale, lift your ribs, your torso, your right arm away from that right hip crease. Still opening up through this right hip crease. Inhale, take the right hand down. We'll switch sides. Left palm facing away from your torso. Get a big old grab across your 4 digits. And exhaling, glide the shoulder down, straightening the elbow almost all the way. It's focusing on making each deep breath, deep, continuous. Like explore the range of every breath. Release the hand, place the hand on the thigh. Unlocking hip, inhaling into left side pelvis. Focus it on that deep breath, reaching the hip crease, the waist. Feet stay active. And easing off for side bend, move the right hand beside your hip. Inhale, draw the left arm up. And exhale, move the right shoulder away from your neck. Reach to the left arm. And inhaling, come upright. Help your knees together. And when you lie on your back, have your roll nearby. When we lie back, we'll start with frog. So set bent knees apart, feet active. Inhale the head and shoulder blades off the ground. And exhale, the tailbone shifts, the legs outreach. Pull low belly in and down. We'll do 5 more. And then with inhale, focus and feel on each deep breath, reaching the pelvis, reaching the pelvic floor. So continue your pace. After those, grab your roll, place it between legs, reach the legs up. Inhaling into low belly and low back. Stretch the legs up, squeeze the object, curling tailbone. Exhale, the head and shoulder blades up, just a little bit. So the thigh bones lift up, the tailbone lifts up, the elbows lift up. Pull low belly down. Inhaling, the head down. Reach the legs up, squeeze the object, curling the tailbone up. Exhale, the elbows up. Lift your 4 limbs toward the sky, spreading the entire upper back broad. Pull and sink the low belly in and down. Inhale the head down, the tailbone down, the legs relax a little bit. Keep the elbows pointed up, even though the shoulder blades are down for this moment. Still wrapping. Now reach the legs up, squeeze the object, curl the tailbone up. Exhale. Lift the elbows and so the shoulder blades up. So the elbows are lifting up, the shoulder blades are up, the legs are lifting up, the tailbone is lifting up. Pull low belly down. Now inhale, let the head down, but keep the elbows pointed up, the legs straightening up. Hold the breath, squeeze the object, and exhale, reach the legs up, lift the tailbone up, lift the shoulder blades up, pull the belly down. All right, let's continue. Let's do 4 more. Your pace. So nothing really just flops down. We're kind of maintaining that hollow, an expanded backside shape. There you go. That's it. In this shape, drawing the belly down, perhaps you start to feel the connection of the low belly to the lower ribs. In this way, we can feel and learn or relearn what that shape is, what that's like to breathe into ribs that don't flare. This becomes very good and foundational if we're wanting to improve something about how our shoulder behaves, feels. So that rib cage position and how we breathe into unflared ribs, very important to our neck, our shoulders, and any inversions that we might like to do. All right, setting up bridge. You can have a block nearby if you like that. Set the feet hip width, inhaling. So note how you can lift the chest bones toward the face without lifting the ribs off the ground. So you can expand the ribs without flaring the ribs and tightening the mid-back. Let's play one more breath with that, making sure you feel that or you get that with your body. You can leave the back ribs on the ground and inhale and expand and move the chest ribs. And then exhale, shift the tailbone toward the sky, the buttock lifts, the spine lifts. And we'll use a block to support our sacrum. So in our bridge, let the blocks support the pelvis, the back of the pelvis, lengthening away from the back of the ribs. And practice how you breathe through the chest and expand the ribs without flaring the ribs. When we flare them, like the front side kind of lifts or up, and it gathers, it cinches the mid-back. Now, Forrest, left hand, gather the left foot back. Tap of foot to ground. The block supports the shape in which you're teaching the muscles how to hold the shape. So the block is very likely holding you in a position that maybe you can get to on your own. But again, the block is an educator, not a so train up those muscles. How do we involve the muscles that shift the pelvis, that lengthen the low back? So now when we breathe, that breath can influence and nourish the spine, the dura. So it's not just about pulling or stretching the spine. The breath contributes an enormous component of that. Because when we breathe, the bones move, the skull bones move. And all of that fluid in our spinal cord gets circulated. So it's a part making the fluid to fill the kind of spread through the spinal cord, breathing to move the fluid and circulate the fluid, and then a little bit of the muscles and the structure, how we shape our spine, so can the fluid move everywhere? That fluid moves. Release, we'll trade sides, setting the left foot down, half Virasana right side. Right hand, scoop up the right foot, draw it back. And release, setting the right foot down. Shift the tailbone off the block, the sacrum lifts. And having removed the block, lower the spine down. Start with the upper back. And do so gradually, so you're letting yourself input or feel the sections, even the segments of the spine. Just letting yourself input all those little details of the spine and getting to the mid-back. By lowering it down slowly, you can soften, help relaxing the muscles around the spine. Get a chance to move through, and that spinal cord, all of this tissue and material in the body is kind of subject to having growth, cellular growth that connects it to other structures. And get to the low back. And the sacrum. Now draw your knees toward your torso. And with each set of hands, let your fingertips grab the shin bone. So if you wrap your fingertips around the top of your shin bone, your forefingers are kind of on the inside of your shin bone. So I want you to gather the shin bones into the fingertips. So your knees will start to come nearer and nearer to each other. And as you're squeezing, tweezing the legs into the fingertips, taking 3 deep breaths into the low back. And release. Turn onto a side and press up. Okay. And we'll set up for dolphin. Elbows under shoulders, knees under hips. Deep breath into low belly, into upper back. So when the ribs get pushed up, take careful note. Do the shoulders slide up on the rib cage? Do the shoulder blades, the shoulder muscles, does it slide up? Because that's not what we're looking for. We're looking and feeling expressly for, can the mass of the shoulders, the muscles, the limbs, the bones of the arms, can they move down, away from the head, as the ribs kind of move toward the sky? Make sure you get both those movements away from the head and on your exhale, press the knees off the ground. And exploring each deep breath, being deep, kind of searching, feeling, roaming. So how do I expand every deep breath so each breath is it's really just that, an exploration tool, a means by which we're actively sensing. Feel where breath interacts with the ribs. Is it at the spine side? Is it near the sternum? Do you feel that motion near the armpit? Or is it relegated to one section of like a couple sets of ribs? Where do you feel that movement, that breath interaction? Walk the feet 2 inches closer to elbows. Neck relaxes. Keep moving the shoulders and the shoulder blades away from the spine. That's the wrapping motion. It's armpits, it's chest muscles. And really setting the knees down. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Since you can see the crease of your elbow, face it toward the front of your mat. Kind of another way that we wrap the shoulders. Bicep facing forward. Exhale, the knees off the ground. Relaxing the neck, feet active. All right, inhale the right foot forward, warrior two. Propel with the left foot. So you're using the toe pads to step your right foot forward. Taking the arms into eagle, exhaling the left elbow over the right. Slight shift in the tailbone, not to clamp the butt, but to lengthen through the low back. And then notice, I'm saying the word lengthen, but confirm what actually happens in your body. So when you use the words and you apply them internally, rhetorically, what do you feel occur? What adjustments? How do you experience lengthening the low back? Maybe you have to get at it a different way. Cassowary. On exhale, folding with arms, trunk, right between the legs. And release hands, inhaling, unwind. And walk the hands toward your right foot. Now before we move into our extended warrior, set your left foot so the toes are pitched in. And reach through the heel until the whole back of the leg either engages, perhaps straightens. And now exhale, reach the left arm overhead. And stretching the breath into your lungs, your ribs, your low back. Inhale, bring the left hand down. Twisting, extended warrior. So adjusting the feet again. You may have to step forward a tiny bit and turn the left foot in even more. Just by switching the feet, your pelvis has changed its orientation. Inhaling, lengthening your ribs forward, out over your thigh. Exhale, the left armpit over the thigh, hands to ground, right arm overhead. Inhaling, unwind. Hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Warrior two. Inhale, left foot forward. Reaching arms out to side. And exhaling. Shift the tailbone. And then feel what occurs in your low back. Does it lengthen? Does it gather? Does something pinch? Does something open up? Moving the arms into eagle. Exhaling the right elbow over the left. Keeping the feet active can help you feel buoyant in the hips. So use your feet. There's muscles in your feet. If we just kind of feel like a deflated tire on our foot, usually we feel that deflated tire feeling in our hips, our back, so on and so forth. Okay. When we use our active feet, we're using the muscles without the toes gripping. Cassowary. On exhale, bring the fold the arms and the torso inside both legs. And release hands. Inhaling and walking the hands toward the left foot. Here, we'll make a little adjust of the right foot, ensuring the toes are pointed in and that you're reaching out through the heel. Gives you connection to the butt. And the butt gives you direct connection to the orientation of your spine. So we're using the heel, the leg, the butt to adjust the tailbone away from our brain. Extended warrior. Okay, so now you're using your muscles to expand all the structure around the spine. Deepening breath. Letting breath play through that structure, moving it, influencing it, massaging it. All these little fluctuations of breath movement. This is medicine. This is like a vitamin, an essential nutrient. Breath, breathing is an essential movement nutrient. Get it into every pore, every joint, every bone. I'm moving from extended warrior to twisting extended warrior. So inhale, bring the right hand down. And now we have to adjust the right foot. Step it forward a little bit to turn the toes in even more. And now exhale, reach that right armpit over your left thigh, hand to ground. Exhale the left arm overhead. Now keep reaching back through that right heel and that leg connected to the butt. Stretching that left arm, wrapping the shoulder. Active hand. And then cause. Be part of the cause of a deeper breath. To kind of choose it, you have to be actively exploring with breath. Instead of our breath being at the effect of the pose, and inhaling, unwind, Set the hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. We'll lower all the way down to the ground. And here, we'll interlace our hands behind our back for boat. Gather the inner legs toward each other, reaching the legs back, tailbone shifts to the ground. Inhale into the low belly and low back. Chest lifts. Now exhale, reach the knuckles back toward the heels, back. The shoulders glide away from the neck structure. Sustain this, and now inhaling into these first rib, collar, neck structures. The low neck is a very high up rib. How do these areas get that essential movement nutrient called breath? And can you discern the movement of my brain telling my muscles to move compared to breath moves? Breath occurs in that area, is felt in that area, and influences that area. Because those are very different parts of our brain and nervous system. Really is. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Relaxing neck. Turbo dog. Bend elbows. Not just the elbows that bend, engage the chest muscles. The muscles that pull the shoulder blades round. So I'm bending the elbows. I'm not lowering the rib cage. Be discerning. Keep the ribs in space, exactly where they are. Bend the elbows. It moves the arm limb and the shoulder blade. Not the ribs. The ribs don't lower down. It's not move your nose closer to the ground. It's reach just the elbows closer to the ground. And that should help get that serratus and those chest muscles, those armpit and front sides. Okay. If you can't create that feeling, this next move will make less sense. Deep breath spreading into the upper back. So we bend the elbows to gain deeper breath access to the back of the heart. Okay. Let's keep the turbo dog. Inhale, raise the right leg. Relaxing the neck. Exhale, reach with the elbows. Reach out through that right leg. And we'll switch sides. So right where that serratus kind of interdigitates with the ribs, it weaves in, dives into the ribs. Breathe into those active muscles and those ribs. It's just beside or beneath the armpit. Breathe specifically laterally into those muscles and ribs and armpit area. Yes, they're working, but it needn't cause the ribs to not move. We can still move the muscles we use actively. I will set the left foot down. We'll set the knees down. And we'll have a sit moment. We'll go right knee over left, knee pile. And on exhale, lengthening the trunk toward the ground. So our trunk might rest on the thighs. You might get the hands to the ground. You might even reach the elbows toward the ground. Feet active. And release. We'll come upright. We'll switch the cross. Left over right. Sometimes we can get that wrap or that turbo dog feeling in a much softer way when we have something like our left leg kind of preventing our chest from moving. And then we can reach the elbows and the forearms toward the earth. So get one more chance to explore how the arm limbs can move independent of the ribs. Deepening breath. And release. Inhale, we'll come upright, unwind legs, lie back, Shavasana. Allow your breathing to shift. The Ujjayi is a technique. And so now we relax the technique and relax the muscular constraints in the throat needed to create the Ujjayi. There is a muscle usage, just like active feet, it needs muscles to enact it, and muscles are subject to habit creation, right? So relax the throat muscles, relax the foot muscles, relax and soften the hand muscles, eye muscles. And when you're ready, we'll bend knees. Turn to a side and use both hands pressed to seated. Namaste.